You're watching the Los Angeles Lakers Report by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. We appreciate you guys tuning in over the weekend. We're going to break down that huge win the Lakers had last night against the Toronto Raptors. You got some big performances from some guys that you don't really expect it from. Even Anthony Davis didn't play that well, and you were still able to pull off the dub. We're going to break that down, but first, we got to start with what Colin Cowherd is saying about LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Do they have a beef? Are they not homies? Are they not boys? That's what Colin Cowherd is saying. He says the LeBron James and Anthony Davis are not boys. He broke this down on the Herd this past week and said this. He said, I've been tipped by somebody around the Lakers that said LeBron and Anthony Davis, after that reaction to LeBron breaking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's all-time scoring record, they're not boys. It's not hostile, but they're not guys, right? You can tell from body language. LeBron feels like he kind of needs AD for at least this year, because I had been told in the last year there are times LeBron is disappointed. Anthony Davis came in post-bubble out of shape. It was his turn to sort of triumphantly take the team. When LeBron's missing, AD's often not playing as well, and there's been some disappointment in the LeBron camp. It's a fascinating topic, but at the end of the day, does it really matter that LeBron James and Anthony Davis might not be boys, or they might not like each other, or they're not going out and drinking LeBron's wine and his tequila and smoking sticks after the games? No, it doesn't really matter. Would you like your best players to be best friends? Yes, because I think that would produce good results. But we've seen stars, especially in this town, work together that literally hated each other. And I don't want to say hated, but at the time, Kobe and Shaq weren't best buds. They didn't get along, and they were able to win 3 straight titles in LA and get to 4 of them. MJ and Pippen, they had their beefs. They didn't always get along. MJ was salty when Scottie Pippen sat out that year because of that back injury, because he wanted to prove it to the front office that he was worth more money. Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, they didn't really get along all that much, but they knew that they had to put their personal beef, or whatever you want to call it, to the side to achieve one common goal and win. And I think it's important that LeBron and AD do the same, and they somewhat have done the same. If they don't like each other, it doesn't really matter. Just win games, get into the playoffs, make some noise. And you know what everyone's going to be talking about if you win another title together? You're one of the best duos in LA Laker history. I want to ask this question, though. Do you care about LeBron James and Anthony Davis being boys? I mean, if I was LeBron, I would be upset too. We showed the clip on the show when it happened. Anthony Davis looked mad that LeBron James became the all-time leading scorer. He didn't jump up and down. He didn't even give it a fist pump or anything when LeBron hit that shot. He just kind of stood there. And then he had some quotes after the game talking about we need to start winning games. Look, I'm disappointed in AD for not showing love on that. But let me know, do you care that they're boys or not? Type C for you care, D for you don't. I don't really care as long as they produce some wins together. We're going to break down that game and that big win for the Lakers last night coming up in a second. But first, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. We are less than 300 subscribers away from getting to 50,000 subs here on the channel, halfway to 100,000 subs. Halfway to the plaque. It is a huge accomplishment, and we want you guys to be a part of it. Videos every day on the Lakers. We do game recaps. We talk about rumors. We were live for NBA free agency. We break it all down. Hit that sub button. Sub for Lakers Dubs. We're going to break down the awesome performance from the Lakers role players here in a quick bit. But first, I got to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, and my favorite sponsor, that is Athletic Greens. Go to athleticgreens.com/chatsports. That link's in the comments and description of today's show. I gave AG1 by Athletic Greens a try because I wanted better gut health and actually wanted a supplement that I enjoyed and tasted good. I take AG1 in the morning, and it makes me feel ready to take on my day. AG1 empowers the gut for whole body health, which is something that I need. I start the day with making one great choice, AG1, and more healthy decisions then follow. Covering my nutritional basis for the day literally couldn't be easier, which is why I trust Athletic Greens. I just mix 1 small scoop of AG1 with water and drink it first thing each morning. I also love that it costs less than $3 a day. It's a really effective daily habit with the highest quality sourced ingredients. If a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplement routine, then Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Go to athleticgreens.com/chatsports. That is athleticgreens.com/chatsports. That link is in the comments and description of today's video. I love it. 1, I enjoy the taste, and 2, it makes me feel like I'm being way more healthy. You're going to love it as well. Go to the link. It's right here, athleticgreens.com/chatsports. Let's talk about some ball real quick. The Lakers are finding ways to win basketball games even without LeBron James, and they were even able to do it last night in a game where you only got 8 points from Anthony Davis in 32 minutes. The Lakers are finding ways to stack W's. They have won 7 out of their last 9 games, and when now you look at the Western Conference standings, they're sitting in a good spot right now. They're in the 9th seed in the West, where at the top of the conference we know it is the Denver Nuggets. But right below the Lakers in the 9th seed are the 10th seed Pelicans at 32 and 34. Right behind them are the Utah Jazz at 32 and 35. Then you got the OKC Thunder at the 12th spot, sitting at 31 and 35. And then the Blazers at 31 and 36. So there's a little bit of room between, the 10th seed and the 12th and the 13th seed. But the Lakers, they go on a little bit of a losing streak. They're going to be outside the play-in, but there's a legit shot that the Lakers could even avoid the play-in all in all. They're 33 and 34. The 6th seed, the Mavericks, are 34 and 33. And good news for the Lakers, they got the Mavericks coming up. When you look at the upcoming schedule, you got the New York Knicks coming to town tomorrow night, and the Knicks play the Clippers tonight, so a little back-to-back game for them. Jalen Brunson's not playing tonight. You could probably win this game if you're the Los Angeles Lakers. You should beat the Pelicans. You should beat the Rockets. You can beat the Mavs. We've seen it before. And you should beat the Magic. You start stacking some wins in LA here, and you're in a spot where you might actually be a top 6 seed in the Western Conference, and you're doing it without LeBron James. The reason you did it last night and got the dub without LeBron is because D'Angelo Russell had his best game as a Los Angeles Lakers in tour number 2. Not talking about the first time when he was a snitch on Nick Young. But look what he did. 28 points, 9 assists, 4 turnovers. I know it's a little bit a lot, but a good turnover ratio to assist ratio right there. And he was extremely efficient from the field, 58%. The ball was in his hands. He was creating for himself. He was creating for others. And he was also met by Dennis Schroeder, who also had a great game in the backcourt, coming off the bench for LA in 33 minutes. 23 points, 7 assists, too many turnovers. I thought he got a little sped up at times, trying to make too much happen. But he was able to be a productive player, shooting 47% and giving you 23 points. The guy who maybe was the MVP of the game, that was Austin Reeves. The man was just great for the Lakers. 18 points, 5 assists. He showed you a little bit of everything last night in the win. He was able to get to the cup. The wild thing is he didn't even make a shot from long range. So that's usually what he's known for as a shooter for LA, but he found ways to be effective, and he also was creating for others. The defensive stopper and the guy that's really changed the identity for the Los Angeles Lakers is Jared Vanderbilt. He has been a lockdown player on that side of the court. Gave OG Anunoby some fits last night, as well as Pascal Siakam and the crew over there in Toronto. I'm a big fan of Jared Vanderbilt. We talked about him on the channel prior to him getting traded. He's an elite defender. We saw him play well against the Mavs a couple weeks ago, I guess it was a week and a half ago, on the defensive end. He's really changing the game for them. When you get 16 points from him as well as the elite defense that he gives you, that's just juice right there. And then you get Rui Hachimura, a guy that we loved when he was traded to the LA Lakers. He gave you 16 points, just 2 turnovers, 3 rebounds, 77% from the field. And you did all of that. You got good games from Rui. You got a good game from Vanderbilt and Austin Reeves and Dennis Schroeder. And you were able to beat the Raptors, who are not a slouch. They're a good team. They got a lot of talent. And it was with Anthony Davis really doing nothing. And what I liked about AD was, even though the stats weren't coming, even though he wasn't getting a lot of shots, and even though he wasn't able to give you a 30 piece, he was good, and he let the game come to him and played an unselfish brand of basketball. Look, when you can win games, when you get a combined 8 points from LeBron James and Anthony Davis, that says something about your roster. And I think if this Lakers team gets healthy, they are going to be a scary matchup for any team in the Western Conference. I want to close the show, though, asking this question. How many games can the Los Angeles Lakers win this season? Right now, they are 33-34. Can they get to 41 wins? Can they get to 42 wins, 43 wins? I think they're going to be a top 6 seed. Let me know, though, how many games will the Lakers win this season? We appreciate everybody for tuning in and stopping by the Los Angeles Lakers Report by Chat Sports. Make sure you guys hit that sub button, youtube.com/@LakersTV. We're almost at 50,000 subs. We want to get there. We need some help from you guys. Hit that sub button, sub for Lakers Dubs.